Bring it. You like it? You look great tonight.
It's like Jimmy Blue.
What's up? Listen, Jimmy Blue, All Access Elite Boxing. I'm here with Vergil Sr. Vergil.
To say going live.
We're live from Grand Prairie, Texas, man. Stoppage in the 6th round. Look, man, I know this was an emotional night. It was a sold-out crowd. Man, explain the emotions that you're feeling right now, brother.
Really, you're gonna believe this, but I'm actually kind of calm. I'm, you know, I guess I stayed patient and calm because I could see that my son was kind of a little bit, kind of jumpy a little bit. So whenever he's like that, somebody has to stay calm to keep him in you know, his composure. So really, I try to stay calm and try to watch how me and my team were working. Because you know, sometimes the whole team can overreact, and somebody says something else, one person says something else, the other person says something else. But I was just watching to make sure that we were all on the same page, and that's pretty much it. So I was just, you know, I always tell my son stuff, but at the same time, I'd give everybody the turn to say something and just be patient.
Yeah, man, you know, no doubt. I mean, Orozco came out to fight tonight, man. He's a warrior. He went out in his shield. He was dropped 3 times in the 6th round. Your son almost got him out of the 1st round, man. What did you tell him when he went back to the corner?
I just told him just to be, you know, hold his composure, that the knockout will come. And, you know, if it comes, it's going to come. And because I knew Orozco was tough. I mean, Orozco was tough. You know, there's a reason why he's never been stopped. I knew the game plan that he had. That I figured I knew what his game plan was just by the style that he had. And so I just basically just told my son, you know, hey, look, it's whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen the first 2, 3, 4 rounds. But in the 5 or 6, 7 middle rounds, that's when all the smoke screen, all the tricks go away. That's when you pretty much sit there and start to fight. And so I knew when that time came, that was my son's biggest time right there.
Would you say this was your son's best performance?
I think this is one of the. I wouldn't say it like that because there's a lot of things he could have done, but I wouldn't say it's his best performance. But I wouldn't say. I mean, all his performances are pretty well listened. So there's not one that's really better than the other. There's some that are more devastating and more violent, I guess you could say, and more ooh and ahs. But I wouldn't say this is his best. But this was one that was very good as an adjustment.
When I talked to you, Vergil, you know, a few weeks ago, you mentioned that Vergil has everything. He has everything you need as to become a superstar. At this point, it's all about timing. He executed the game plan. You know, he showed a little bit more than he has in the past, in my opinion. You know, he was fighting off his back foot. He even, you know, he was fighting off the ropes a little bit more than I remember him seeing. I mean, was it something that he was trying to set up his opponent?
Well, what it was is, again, it was adjustment. Nobody knows that Vergil can box. Vergil can actually box, but the guy came in showing something totally different. That Vergil it took him a little bit more longer to adjust. Because if let's say the 1st round didn't happen the way it happened, then he would have got the knockout a little bit earlier. And I'll tell you why. Because he kind of went from the game plan, and he said himself, he kind of went from the game plan because he thought he had the knockout, and then he kind of had to start all over again and start fishing and start baiting him back in and start pulling. And so what he was doing, he's pretty much letting him go forward, get on him, knowing my son could take care of himself. And then what you start doing is then you start going here and there sometimes, then you go forward a few times, and then you start taking it to him. And when you start taking it to him, I knew he was going to get it. But again, it's a process. Once you kill the process, you have to start all over again. So that's what took so long.
What do you want next for your son, Coach?
Really, I just want you know, it's like I've said it once and I'll say it again. It's fair and it's unfair. It's not fair, and it's fair, I guess, that he's as good as he is. And I say because, again, he's going against all these guys with all these experiences, as good as they are, and he doesn't have that much experience. He's a young kid, so he has so much talent that it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing. So really, I just want to be able to. I don't want to throw him to the dogs yet, even though I know he can do it. But at the same time, I don't want something easy where I know he's going to take a guy in 30 seconds. So it's kind of like, you know, double-edged sword, they call it.
I'm going to throw some names out there that some fighters that fight with his own. You know, you got Jesse Vargas, Thomas Delorme. You even have Maurice Hooker trying to move up to 147. You even have Pablo Cesar Cano, Golden Boy guy. Do you think any of those guys are probably next up?
You know, I don't know because I don't think Maurice first of all would want to fight Vergil because he only has like 13, 14 fights. It doesn't really benefit him. Not saying he's scared because these guys are not scared of nobody. So I don't think it benefits him in that way because it's a business. He's used to making that kind of money already. So I don't know how it would work. So really, I really don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Well, listen, man, we appreciate your time, Coach. Excellent job tonight. Congratulations on bringing one of the biggest fights here in Grand Prairie in a long time, man.
Thank you very much.
Jimmy Blue, All Access, Elite Boxing.